Hello, my name is Luis, and this is my presentation for my final project in database design and administration. This is a dashboard that I made for the hospital database on Tableau. I spent a decent amount of time on the background doing the data engineering, making sure that everything downloaded right using SQL and dbeaver. So these charts are pretty rudimentary. They're simple. I designed them with a story in my mind and what made sense to me. Now, they're not super appealing to the eye, and I'm not an expert, but I will go over these dashboards to explain what my thought process was. So in this first one, you get more general information with status of appointments, sex of appointments, and which sex schedules more appointments, most frequent diagnosis from appointments, as well as which are the busiest doctors by department. So you can filter it different ways, but the one that the one filter in the one interaction within the chart that interests me the most is filtering the cancel appointments. So when you look at all the cancel appointments, most of them are related to COVID-19. And that raises the question, why is it so that COVID-19 appointments are canceled the most? That's one question that stakeholders can ask themselves to make the hospital run better. Most of those canceled appointments are coming from oncology, cardiology, neurology. So it's coming from different departments, but the diagnosis is the most popular diagnosis from these canceled appointments is COVID-19. So that's something that the person that runs the hospital can ask themselves to know how they can minimize those cancellations. You can also come here and see that cancer is the most popular diagnosis. Now, if you dig a little deeper and you interact with cancer, you can see that of all patients, females are the ones that have the cancer the most, and most of these appointments were no-shows. So there's some sort of error in this data that is making so that there are cancer appointments that are related to no-shows. That's something that the person not just building this database, but also working there can ask themselves and other stakeholders from the hospital. In this second dashboard, I made it thinking about the financials of the hospital. In one of them, you can see total amount charged and number of appointments, and the other one is amount charged per session. Now, one of the intricate things about this dashboard is that there are all these appointments here that are at zero total charges. Now, some of them have insurance plans. The ones that are not blue have insurance plans, and you would assume that they're not paying anything because their insurance is fully covering it. But what about the appointments that have no insurance? How how are they at zero total charge? Now, this can be different reasons. Maybe they haven't happened yet, maybe they were canceled, maybe they were a no-show. So that's also something that you can look at deeper to see the reason of these appointments. But if you choose to filter, for example, this red square here that is patient first name 26, and you filter them, you see that their total charge is 491 and the amount paid for one appointment was 491. This is for appointment ID 321. Now he has three appointments, but he only paid 491.3. So you can safely assume that those other two appointments were also covered by insurance. There's different ways to interact with these dashboards and answer different questions, but I hope that it made sense, that my thought process throughout these dashboards made sense. I had fun making this and I learned a lot from it. Thank you.